All right, good evening, everybody. David Paul with you here on a Friday evening in the KHOU 11 Weather Center, and weather impact alert days now Monday and Tuesday for Houston, Galveston, as at a minimum we're going to see rain from Beryl come in Monday, Tuesday. As far as the wind components and the coastal components, I think those are the ones that are still most in question because of the exact track that Beryl ends up taking. Let me show you what's going on with Beryl now. It's been over the Yucatan all day today. It went in as a Cat 2 late last night, early this morning, south of Cancun. And the storm really has been damaged energy-wise by its trek over land. You get a storm over land, then it's cut off from its energy supply. And so it weakened. So it's gone from Cat 2 down to a 65-mile-an-hour tropical storm. As of 7 o'clock, there we are, winds of 65, moving west-northwest at 15 miles an hour. But there it is. The center has now moved back over the warm waters of the Gulf. It is a little bit displaced. The center right here, so you see almost all the convection now is north and east of the center. That's a sign of a storm that has been weakened. However, conditions over the Gulf are moderately conducive for further redevelopment of the system. And the Hurricane Center thinks it's going to become a Cat 1 hurricane before making landfall, perhaps on the middle Texas coast. That would be Monday morning. So at the moment, these are the only hurricane watches or warnings that are up for the Texas coast, and it is a hurricane watch in red. Now, here's Galveston Island, there's the Bolivar Peninsula, there's Galveston Bay. We're not included for the moment in that hurricane watch. You've got to get down to off the coast of Brazoria County, south of Lake Jackson, south of Surfside, and then it includes coastal areas of Matagorda County down past Palacios, down to Port Lavaca, and that extends all the way down to Corpus Christi. So they're under the hurricane watch. That's where we could see hurricane conditions within 48 hours as the storm re-strengthens and heads in that direction. Coastal flooding, storm surge, tree damage, and therefore power outages. This is the area right now where that is most likely to happen if indeed the storm does come in as forecast from the Hurricane Center. Now, we are going to see seas get rough and we'll see tides go above normal. And so there is a coastal flood watch in effect for coastal Brazoria, Galveston, Chambers, and the entire Galveston Bay complex, including southeast Harris County and the Ship Channel for a coastal flood watch. That is going to be Sunday night through Tuesday as the increased seas and surf and onshore flow and the potential for a fluctuation in track could cause some inundation of low-lying roads, especially at times of high tide. So let's get to the forecast track. Hurricane Center takes us across the Gulf. It becomes a hurricane Sunday afternoon right in here. And then by the time it's ready to make landfall, perhaps near Corpus Christi, Monday, late morning, early afternoon, it's a 90-mile-an-hour Cat 1 hurricane. You get hurricane force winds up above 94 miles an hour. That would go to Cat 2. So it's forecast to be a strong Cat 1. But at the moment, the wind field is forecast to be fairly compact. That's why, even though the storm may make landfall right here, maybe even north of Corpus Christi, just west of Matagorda Bay, it would be Matagorda Bay, Matagorda County that could feel some hurricane impacts, and not at the moment the Houston-Galveston area, because that wind field just doesn't expand very far out from the center. But again, that's just this moment in time. That's this forecast. The forecast can evolve. Now, we've seen it evolve. Over the past 24 hours, that cone has moved from the center being down here in northern Mexico to now, a couple hundred miles further north into the Texas coast. So the Texas coast is in play and on alert. Now, regardless of coastal impacts, inland impacts look likely to be heavy rain. That's a heavy rain threat for Houston, Galveston. That is because along and to the right of that storm track is the dirty side. That's where this counterclockwise rotation around the storm pulls in all that moisture off the Gulf of Mexico. This is also the side of the storm where there's most dynamic lifting. This is also the side of the storm where there is most twisting of the atmosphere. So not only will we have a heavy rain threat as this comes in Monday and Tuesday and then exits Wednesday, but also that twist, we could see some little tornadoes spawn in some of the heavier downpours as we head into Monday night and Tuesday. Rainfall forecasts really haven't changed over the past 24 hours. 5 to 7 inches widespread. The storm is not forecast to stall, but it is going to take this arc where, we're on the dirty side for 36, 48 hours. So the heavy rain threat is there. It doesn't stall, but it does keep us on that dirty side for almost 2 days. That's a heavy rain and flash flooding potential. Again, this is Monday, Tuesday of next week. Take a look at future radar. Rain chances begin to increase on the coast. That's Sunday, 2:30 in the afternoon. And then as we head into Monday, here we are at 11 a.m. with the system perhaps just making landfall, maybe on the Middle Texas coast. That's when rainfall chances really begin to ramp up. And you can see, there's the path along and to the right of that path. That's where the models are putting out the potential for the heaviest rain. But it doesn't stall, it doesn't sit on us, it moves. By Tuesday morning, it's still sitting here. That potentially is also a very wet scenario for everybody to the east of the center, including Houston, Galveston, and all of East Texas and Northeast Texas as well. What about the coast and winds? Well, based on the forecast as it stands right now from the Hurricane Center, and this is from the Hurricane Center, the best chance to see tropical storm force winds right in here, Brownsville to Corpus, and then a little bit of Matagorda Bay. There's Matagorda Bay right there. You're included in a pretty good chance of seeing these tropical storm force winds, 70 to 80% chance near for Matagorda Bay. It really drops off up toward the Houston area. We're in the green area, so 20, 30, maybe a 40% chance of a tropical storm force gust on the west end of Galveston Island, but that is, it's on the edge. So clearly you can see, based on this forecast, our coastal impacts with wind are not that strong. However, that track has moved 100 miles or more over the past 24 hours. If it moves a little bit more, we could see more coastal impacts. So everybody just needs to be on guard. If you've got coastal interests, boats and property and whatnot, you should at least have your basic precautions in place. So again, weather impact, Monday, Tuesday from Beryl. Every tropical aspect is in play, from wind and rain to tornadoes to flash flooding to coastal flooding, all in play. And really the best thing you can do is be watching the forecast so you know what to expect and don't get caught off guard. And really Monday, Tuesday, especially Monday, is a day to just, maybe if you can work from home Monday, Tuesday, if you can plan with your workplace to be at home Monday, Tuesday and watching the impacts and let this move through and stay as safe as possible. The coast, increasing wind, rain, surf and seas. That is going to be Sunday night through Tuesday. Inland, it's a heavy rain threat and this tornado threat. This adds a lot of vorticity to the atmosphere, the twist that comes in, and it interacts with the frictional components of the surface, the trees, the houses, the terrain. It can help to spin up little tornadoes in some of the heavier downpours. And the timing of all this, again, this starts Sunday night, but really it's into Monday morning, and Monday is the biggest day, I think. But the threat lasts through Tuesday until that arc of the track finally lifts it up and out of here. That is where we stand on Friday evening. So over the weekend, stay close to the forecast with us. Keep you updated on the TV side, digital sides, all our social platforms. And what you can do if you're out and about, just download the app and turn on notifications so you will get the latest updates as they come down. And we're live at 10 o'clock with another live update.